Hello, this is Games for Kicks, and welcome to an episode of Beyond Earth, Sid Meier's Civilization. That is the latest installment of the Civilization games. I'm not sure if it's officially called Civilization 6. I'm not quite sure. It is, in essence, a mixture between, I dare to say, Alpha Centauri. It has been compared to Alpha Centauri, and the comparisons will probably happen throughout. So let's set up a game. I have no idea. Difficulty: Sputnik, easier; Mercury, normal. So let's go normal. Game pace: we make it standard or we make it quick? Well, we start at standard. Map size: we leave it small. That should be interesting enough. Now, I'm not sure if like this again. I do this every now and then from my standard survival games. I deviate into a bit of a different genre, and if nobody leaves any comments and nobody seems to like these particular games, then I'm not really going to continue too much with them. So I personally enjoy it, but I'm not going to bother recording my experience if nobody's really interested. Now, Sid Meier's Civilization Beyond Earth is it has been compared to Alpha Centauri. It also has a different tech tree than the previous Civ games, and it reminds me a lot of the tech tree in Endless Space. I like it. It's really cool. Now, okay, let's see. Designated sponsors. We can pick one of those starting nations. Now, in this game, health has a lot to do with everything. So 10% food in growing cities when healthy. Okay, that's not good, because most of the time you find that you're not really healthy and it's a battle you continuously have to fight. Slavic Federation, 2 trade routes available for the capital. Okay, I like production. Okay, 10% production towards wonders and 25% worker speed. This sounds actually quite nice. I like this. The game also lets you do a lot of covert operations, like, and influence other countries and cities and so on. It's quite nice, actually, the way they've done it. So I think I'm gonna have to go with this one here, or we'll go for war. Cities and outposts acquire new tiles twice as fast. No, I'm gonna stick with production. Yeah, I like production. So, combat. I think production is actually good enough. So, I keep changing my mind. You know what? Before I change it again, let's just continue. I'm gonna go with 10% defense on melee units in melee combat. Choose a colonist. Scientists, refugees, aristocrats. I like the health. +2 production. Production is not all that hard to get to be honest. But money and health is important. Okay, so I'm gonna go with that. I haven't much experience with Beyond Earth. Now, I played the other Civ games quite extensively, actually. Civ 5. Really enjoyed this. Never really finished the game. It's one of those things where you play a couple of 100 rounds and then, oh yeah, I'm gonna start another one. Okay, I like the continents. It shows a spacecraft. So the spacecraft basically has a perk. So you can say reveal coasts on map, which I personally like, so you can actually see how big all the areas are that you're on. Or no technology is needed to see petroleum, geothermal and titanium resources. That is actually interesting, because you need geothermal and titanium for crafting stuff. I think I might go with that. Yes, because that way you know where they are. You're still gonna have to discover the technology to see them, but no, I'm gonna stick with that again. Change my mind every 2 minutes. Okay, let's go with that and choose a cargo. What cargo? Begin with extra population in your first city, pioneering technology, raw materials, a clinic building in your first city. Weapons and arsenal begin with a soldier unit. Begin as a worker unit. Why not? We can always build soldiers. Okay. Now, scan planets. I prefer normal planetary life, I suppose. You also have an option of advanced worlds, which I'm not going to do now. I don't know if you have to download them or not. I have no idea. But I like the Terran worlds, which is like continents. I assume it's like continents, and it's going to be Gupta. It's a really strange name. You can click on this, and it's basically renaming all of them. Yeah, Hess. I can actually rename that better. Hess 524b. That sounds very nerdy, scientific. So, okay. So let's start the game. Okay, here we go. Let's start. We are the Brasilia.
Hello, I am the Advanced Integration and Simulation Resource, or Advisor. I am equipped to introduce you to the basic systems that will guide your development on this new planet. Additionally, I can provide strategic advice based on situations you encounter. How would you like me to proceed?
I would say I'm new to Beyond Earth. I'm familiar with Civilization 5, so I hope that we'll cover that. Advice only? Yeah, advice only. I don't want this thing to pop up all the time, so...
Select a suitable location for our people to make planetfall. This will be the site of our first great city. Select a plot within the red border to land.
Okay, so... Thank you, I know how to found a city. I'm probably... I know they expand out anyway, and I like to be near the water. This is algae. So I'm gonna go here, or will I go here? Actually here. This is a better location. I'm still near the water. Even though I have miasma here, which is that cloudy stuff that hurts you. Or your units. It deducts 10 health every round they stand in it. I'm gonna pick this one, yes. Sweet. Map options. They are up here. I have resource icons turned on. Yeah, for now I leave them on, and I have the hex grid on. You can have the yield icons on, which I think makes the map a little bit too busy. I will turn these on every now and then when I'm looking for a new city to build. Artifacts. Artifact icons. Nothing there. Okay. No difference. Okay. You move with the arrow keys. You can move the map, or if you go to the edge with the mouse cursor, so that's pretty neat. So let's see. We have a worker, we have a soldier, and an explorer. And we set our explorer to explore this way first. Yeah. So you can see the lines here actually if you look at the top right of the continents, so which is nice. I like that because it gives you an idea, like, you know, so if you see like a city land over here and you wouldn't know that there's an island, you might think, oh, they're very close, but hey, they have to get across the water, so, you know, you feel a bit safer. Not that it really matters, I suppose. Okay, so we have to choose a research. Now, honestly, this looks very, very endless space. Like, now they might not have been the first either.
And how they are connected. Technologies come in two types, branches and leaves. Branches represent broader technological ideas and cost less research. Leaves are more specific.
No, that's okay. So basically they call these the branches, the top part of each of those, and then you have these kind of sub parts. They allow you for that particular one to get a bit more specific, and they take more turns. I mean, if you look at this takes 32 turns, but it actually takes 83 to get here. You move this by holding the left mouse button down. Now, the first thing I want to do is, because I want to be able to build trade routes and colonists, obviously, so I'm gonna go pioneering, because otherwise it's kind of weird. Like, I mean, if you can't build an outpost, you can't expand. So anyway, I'm gonna do this first, pioneering. Okay. The game also focuses very much on health. You can see that here. Yeah, health is, I'm not sure what was the equivalent in Civilization 5. I don't remember. I don't. I think it was it morale or something like this. I'm not quite sure. But anyway, they have replaced it with health, and health is going to be at the later stage of the game hard to come by. So I will probably go down a route of trying to find out where you can see here, for example, if I filter by health, you can see all the things that have something to do with health. Like this one here is a farm lab. You pay 1 maintenance, but it gives you 2 health in the city. This is probably something I will go to next, just to get that, because health, maybe not straight away, but at a later stage when you have a couple of cities, you will find it quite hard to keep your health actually up. I'm usually always in the red by about 10 or 13, but anyway. So what are we gonna do? We have to pick. Oh, we got victories updated. So you have your victory log. Okay. Your victory conditions that you can work towards. Yeah. So as you complete certain tasks, as you can see, you discover the progenitor signal. Things like that. As you do tasks, basically for these different ones, you conquer all other players. This is your sub conditions, and you rank up and eventually can win the game. Was the condition as far as I know. Now quests. The game also has quests, which are like little mini things that they don't force you, but they kind of give you a bit of an insight into the tech trees or certain other aspects of the game. Right clicking these icons makes them disappear. So let's have a look here. Production. In our first city, the first thing I will be building is my economic advisor says build this, and that's because you get culture. Culture is great, and we don't have a health problem yet, so let's build culture. Next turn. The enter button is again like in the previous games, letting you move on to the next turn. Then the next turn we have here is our explorer, our worker. Let's send our explorer down here. Oh, look at that, nice.
Resource pods were sent ahead of our journey and contain valuable materials from old Earth. Send a unit onto the resource pod to see what it contains.
So yeah, these resource pods, you see, find resource pod, it brings you there. Thank you, don't need any more. But also you now have a new quest. You have discovered a resource pod, sending a unit to investigate it. Did you get the quest yet? No, not yet. So once you actually get there to investigate it, you get a quest. So this guy here, it's suggested to build a farm here. So if we... Okay, he already moved. I had him accidentally set out automatic, because I pressed the W key to move my map instead of the arrow keys earlier. So if we can see here, it's actually somebody working on that field. Not yet, but you can improve these fields as before in Civilization. It's all exactly the same logic. And we can rename our city. Cittadella. No, okay. I will leave for the moment. You tell me a name for the city. Yes, if you like it, give me comments. Give me names for my main capital, okay? Bossman Town, I don't know, something like that. Whatever you give me, I will put in here, okay? So you tell me what you want me to name my towns, and I will do that. So let's go to the next turn, so we can build our little farm here. Also, like in the previous games, not all of the previous Civilization games, but you build a road, it costs energy, so don't just willy-nilly build roads everywhere, because you're gonna be losing your money intake very quickly. Oh, as I click on the road, I'm such a dumb twiddle. Now I have to wait another round. Okay, so
You have a new quest available. Throughout the game, your actions will trigger different quests that can unlock bonuses for your people. Open the quest log to
Come, Mr. Hubbard, the Commonwealth welcomes you.
Okay, we have the other nations landing there, and I'm just gonna say, okay, yeah, hi, okay, goodbye. Nice meeting you. Inside the resource pod, you found a cache of laboratory equipment from old Earth, made with precision techniques that are difficult to replicate on this planet. The equipment is eagerly welcomed by scientists providing 16 research. Brilliant. Okay, now the voice of this guy is actually
This may be helpful.
Yeah, this is the guys that just landed here. Okay, so if we scroll out, you can see they're actually quite a distance away, so we don't really have to worry about anything here for us, right? Oh, I like the way you can zoom really in. This is really, really nice. So I just want to check the sounds in the settings here, because I don't like that the music volume should be probably a little bit less. Come on. Okay. And why are you not letting me change the me? Okay, that's really weird. It's not letting me click or drag. Okay, this is that a bug? Oh, now it works again. Now it works again. Okay, that is all a bit weirdy. And now it doesn't work again. Okay. Interesting. Sound effects, ambient voice, speech volume. So ambient a little bit down, sound effects a little bit down, so they can have the speech volume a bit louder when the guys are talking to you. So okay, sorry, getting sidetracked there for a second. Okay, so now this time we click the construct farm button. Now what happened here, several things happened. We got our message that something was in the resource pod, and you see the quest icon now. Okay, so you see now quest updated, new updates in quest log. We got our first quest. Find 2 resource pods, 1 found. And this is the quest you got now. Our sponsors had the foresight to send the resource pod down, blah blah blah. They said that earlier. Let's find 2 more resource pods. Okay, now you can get rid of this message. Tells you again, it's a lot of information. It has. Now we're just gonna see our next pod up here, so we're gonna go towards there. And our city is building the Oath Earth relic. After that we're probably gonna build a soldier unit. Again, if this game is something you would like to see more Let's Plays of, I'm more than willing to do this, because I'm really enjoying this game so far. Also, let me know what direction you want me to go. I mean, there's this game has basically, I should have probably gone over this in the beginning. Oh, yeah, shows you what I know. I'm not very good at reviewing games, I suppose. There's something they call affinities, 3 affinities, and that's the way you can play the game. You have the harmony affinity, the purity affinity, and the supremacy affinity. Each of those affinities, as you earn them, as you can work towards them as you research with certain actions. So if you look at your research screen, you can, for example, say, show me everything to do with harmony affinity. So you see all these guys here will unlock certain things that give you a harmony affinity. So you research alien biology, you get an affinity, or an affinity point. Yeah, anything to do with harmony is more related to the aliens, so and the alien parts of the planet. Like you can see here that you can build a unit, an alien unit. It's really strong. It's actually quite good. I went down the harmony route actually originally, my first time I played this. Then you have the purity route. So if you want to go down the purity route and you earn points, this is the things you have to research to get the purity affinity points. But you can see here, their probably purity is more to do with. Oh, there's also a nice tank unit. Oh, nice. Gene vault, food culture. So I'm not really sure what they're focusing on. It seems to be that they're focusing on resources, construction and resources. And supremacy is then obviously domination, I would say. So yeah, health, ranged unit as well, science. So it's okay, it's a good mixture. Oh, plus 12, I like that. Anyway, so most people that always play most of them go down the supremacy route. I don't know if that means that supremacy is always best. I don't know. I'm gonna kind of go. I'm not really sure which direction I'm gonna go yet. I always like the harmony affinity route because I like dealing with the external planets. Okay, well again, leave a comment. Tell me what you think is best and why, or is good and why. So we're gonna send you out the extra field. We have some copper here, and that's it for now. So we take the turn here. Now our quest got updated because research pioneering. We got a new quest. For our colony to prosper, we should consider expanding. We should focus our efforts on researching how to create new outposts for the colony. Now, in regards to colonization of a planet, what I used to do in the old Civ games, it gets hard to manage. I used to kind of wait until they're up at 3, then build a soldier unit, then build a colony unit, send the soldier with the colonist out and plant, then build a worker, then build a defensive unit, and then I can take the soldier with another colonist unit that the other town is going to build at size 3 or so, and move on and move on. And you do that every time, so you're building cities quite rapidly. And in the old games, as far as I know, the more cities you build and the quicker you build them, the easier it was to win the game. So I'm not sure if this is the case with this here. So let's see, where's our unit? Are we gonna find any more? Okay, that's it. Next turn. Well, we're not finding another unit. Next turn. And we have our production complete. So let's move this unit first. Oh, alien nest. Oh no, this is resin. Resin. Okay. Very nice. So we have now built our... Can we see actually what we have built in a place in a city? I don't actually know. We have a production queue, but it doesn't seem like it's showing us what we already have built. No, that's strange. That's production queue, open building and wonder list. Oh yeah, here. So you take that little box here and you can see what you already have built. So that way, oh yes, you can sell it again. Because these things cost maintenance, and again, like in the other Civ games, you don't just build everything every time, because it just costs too much money to maintain. So you have to make your mind up and saying like, okay, is that a city I'm going to use for production? Is that a city I'm going to use for... What are you using it for? And then focus on that, okay? I mean, they all need health, which makes it always a bit difficult. So the first city I always like that it has probably a good mixture of things. So... We'll see based on the resources here. This is going to be mainly production, I suppose, in a way. So we're probably going to stick with that. Now we're going to build a soldier unit so we can start looking more around in the map. Now our city has grown, great. So now it's 2. And our unit has to move. Sorry, let me close that. Our worker is finished, great. So now we're going to go over here and build a plantation, which gives us more production. And we have our explorer unit here. Come on, we have to find this other satellite pod. I think we have that quest still outstanding. Gifts from home. Yes, we have to find another one. So next turn. Quest updated. Did we get a new quest? Yes. Okay, this is a culture quest. Our scientists have detected a weak radio signal nearby. Its signature is definitely human. We should investigate the signal source. There's no telling what we may find. Okay, build an expedition at the signal source. Oh, we have to go all the way back there. Alright. Let's do that, why not? The boss man tells us what to do. So let's go there.
One of our units has walked into a cloud of strange alien miasma. This miasma is toxic and will damage our units and equipment if they remain here. Until we understand this substance better, we should avoid it.
Thank you. So what happens is if you end up in a turn, if you walk through a turn, it's fine. Miasma is that cloudy green stuff you see here. But if you end up on a turn, see what happens now. Okay. Oh, crashed satellite discovered. Oh yeah, that was the last mission. Now see what happens. We're gonna lose 10, minus 10 from the miasma. Okay, so that's why it's not a good idea to stay in these clouds at the end of a turn.
Your explorer has noticed something strange nearby. It could be a ruin, some sort of wreckage, or perhaps alien in nature. You should order your explorer to the site and excavate it to see if there is something worthwhile to be found.
Well, yeah, that's the same. So these sites here, they're called artifact sites. Yeah. And sometimes you'll get looking at a unit or, you know, things like that. Now, we also earned enough culture here. You can see we have 21 out of 20. So we earned enough culture that we can now use our virtues. Now,
the virtue screen allows you to choose the virtues that will shape your civilization. You spend your accumulated culture to acquire them. The deep...
Now, you can spend the virtue wherever you wish. Okay, now there is bonuses and all that. You have to read through them yourself, but basically you have the might, which gives you like experience, strength, production, health, you know, things like that. And in the end you have like 10% strength and range strength for all units, so it's more towards domination, I would say. Yeah, minus 50% maintenance. This one here is focusing more on prosperity, I suppose. That's why it's called prosperity. So it's like production as well, but a lot of health, energy, culture needed for body expansion, and so on and so on. So I usually like to start with one of them and then go into another for convenience. So this one here, for example, has a lot of energy and production, but with conditions like production towards wonders and production towards buildings you already have built in your capital. Energy, love the energy parts, like, and a little bit of health, but based on the condition that you have trade units under your command. So yeah, read through them in your own time, and again, if you already have played that game to death, absolutely. So let me know. Oh, minus 40 culture. See, they all are very good in their own way. So what I'm probably going to do is what everybody does. I want to be a bit stronger when it comes to confrontation. So I want my units to actually level up faster. So I'm gonna be choosing that one. Also, you can see these little icons here. So what happens is, if I select 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 might virtues, anywhere, doesn't matter. For each virtue select I get a light. Once I reached 5 lights, I can enable the first synergy bonus, which as you can see is 5% strength and ranged strength for all units, and so on, another 5%, and then choose one free affinity level. Brilliant. Also, you see them here on the side. Choose a free virtue, and this and this, and this is again, the more you choose in this row, the more lights you get here. So it means you can in the end 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5. So basically 1, 2, 3, and then the rest here. I don't know exactly how it's all counting that, but I think these guys here are getting unlocked as you select more across, and these guys as you select more down. So you have to go through the bonuses, see what you would prefer to get, and I like that. Oh, yeah. Anyway, okay. So this is this for the moment. Now, we want to worry about expansion very soon, I think. So I want to start expanding when I have about 3 or 4 units here. So hopefully my pioneering is done in 3 turns as well. So let's go to the next round. Okay. Our explorer is slowly moving in on the artifact. Our worker should be finished now in a second. Okay, here we go. Alright, now what this guy can do, you can see down here, he has an expedition module. He has 1. This unit is able to construct a limited number of expeditions on tiles with artifacts, which provide great rewards once completed. Return the unit to a city to refill the supply. So every time you use it up, you cannot do another artifact until you have been into the city to refill. Okay, let's start. It takes about 3 rounds or so. So next round, our worker... Oh, nice.
The universe is either in progress or in entropy. We choose progress.
Okay, so what we see here, that's what we just researched. We finished pioneering. So let's see what we get next. What is it we want to go for next? Because I'm not really sure which affinity I want to strive for. Tile improvement by worker, coral, algae. Actually, I'm gonna do this purely because I'm near the water and I want to start using the water, so I'm gonna go for planetary survey actually in this case. Okay, again guys, leave comments if it is something you want me to see, want to see more for me to play. I think that was a sentence. Let me know, and I'm more than willing to listen to directions and all that stuff. So our worker unit is finished. Now we have a suggestion here to build. If we look at the resources, this guy here is currently having 2 food and 1 production, and with this it will increase the amount of production provided by this tile, increasing the speed of nearby cities. So if we move down here and start building this, you can see change to this tile is +1. So that's very good. Now let's see, workers are actually here. which is 2 food to production, and this is 3 food here. That's very good. Absolutely happy with that. Okay, now let's close this again. Quest updated. Yes. So now what happened is we found an outpost, which is that for our colony to prosper. Sorry, found an outpost. That's our next quest. For our colony to prosper, we should consider expanding. So we researched pioneering. That was the first part of the quest, and we have done that. So our quest has moved on to build a colonist unit, which we will do as soon as this guy is finished. Now, next turn, and that soldier will be protecting our colonist ship. Now, shoes production. Yes, we will go and do colonists. You see the new building we just got from researching pioneering, which is a trade depot. In the moment we cannot send out any trade units, so you will. This game also has the idea of city-states. They're not city-states, okay? They are bases, yeah? Now, they don't give you quests as far as I know. They're just used as trading posts. Yeah, so unlike in Civilization 5, where you could influence them, earn favor with them, whatever it was called, you could earn reputation with them, and then they like you and give you things, and they ask you constantly for little things like mini quests, saying like, oh, could you destroy this planet, come over there, and blah blah blah. They're not going to do that here. The bases basically that you see here, that are the equivalent of the free city states, they're not the same, not equivalent, but they kind of replace them, I suppose, in a way. Are just there for trading. So if you see one and you have a trading depot, build a trade convoy, and then you get a special task on the trade convoy that says, oh, send out to your city, another guy's city, or to one of those trading bases. And these trading bases don't want nothing in return, they just give things, as far as I know. So, but the problem is you can only have one trade route per base. Not per your base, per their base. So if there's a base here and I have a trade route, or another person already has a trade route, then I can't create one. So for the whole game, only one person can create trade routes. So if you see them and you like the bonuses, get there quick. So it might be good to have a trade convoy lingering around in your city, ready to go at all times. Let's start building the colonist. Okay, our soldier unit. Let's scout where we will build our next city. I like this area up here very much. There's not a lot of miasma, so we should be okay. And we have copper, which gives us money. We have Firaxis. Now we can't gather Firaxis straight away, or copper. So what you find is you have to go in here and type in Firaxis mine. So you will see then that that was under robotics, that only here we can actually use tile improvements to get Firaxis. It doesn't mean we shouldn't build a base near it, you know? So then obviously what the other one was copper. Oh, copper seems to be just, okay, just a resource then. Nothing to see here. Okay, fair enough. So we can just build a mine on it, I suppose. Yeah, but improved was a mine, so it's just a standard mine. And this has to be a Firaxis mine. So, excellent. So we probably will go this direction here to expand. I'm not quite sure what the distance is anymore. I think cities grow, I know they grow quite big, but in general it's 1, 2. Is it 3 or 2? Do you go 1, 2, 1, 2 city? Or do you go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 city? Or is there no, I know there's a pattern where you can, for example, say you go 1, 2, 3 and then build a city here. So that way you have a city only clashing on one tile or something like that. There's certain combinations. I mean, again, in the comments, please let me know what you would like to see. I mean, if you want me to build a city right there on top of this rock, I will do that. Okay, so let's make this if you want to see more of this, let's make this a game we play together. Okay, so I think this is it for this episode. This episode was more of an intro, I suppose, in a way. We didn't really play many turns because it was more trying to get everybody into what Beyond Earth has to offer, in a way, even though I'm absolutely crap in explaining most of it probably. So, but feel free to leave comments, hints, tips, suggestions, and a name for my city. Please give me a name for my city. Do you like Citadella? I don't know. Well, if you like it, hey, we leave it. So we're building our first colonist. Where do you want me to build the city? I mean, tell me. Absolutely, let me know. So we have our soldier unit, which I'm gonna send down here just to be a bit nosy and about here, and then send him back when the colonist is gonna be finished. So I will stop at this turn. I shall save my game, and I will just save it here, turn 15, and save. And that's it. So again, if you like this, leave a like. If you don't like it, tell me why, unless it's something I cannot improve upon. You know, if you don't like the way my face looks, I can't change that. Then again, you wouldn't know what that looks like. Anyway, serious, leave a like if you like the game. If you don't, leave a suggestion on what you want me to do different or better. If tips, hints, always welcome. Name for my city, please, go ahead. I will name it by your username if that's what you want. Anything else? No, that's it. So until then, this is Games for Kicks, and happy gaming.